I'm in the garden, girl. I'm in the yard. I'm
So
in the yard.
fancy.
Nice morning. Yeah, I'm good.
I love the red hair. I'm loving this red.
Thank you. I like it too.
Yeah. How long do you keep a color before you're like, all right, it's time to move on?
Well, see, like I used to change my hair constantly, and so it was kind of like every couple months I would change it. Like 2018 was just it was just hair colors, just going through them.
Yeah.
And as soon as once I got the green hair, like my whole plan was I was gonna have green roots for like a
Mhm.
couple months maybe, and then my plan was always red roots immediately after, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll do some other colors, and then I think I'm gonna do this hair color, and then this, and then this, and then I just kept the green for like 3 years,
You
and then
did. You did.
since then it's been like I don't know, I've been sticking with them for longer, but I think I'm back on my shit, so I think I might have to.
We're feeling it. We're
I think.
feeling it.
Well, you had the blonde for the video. Was that a wig, or did you go through the process of bleaching it all out?
Oh, that was real. Yeah, I know that was real. I mean, well, for what was I made for? That was a wig because that was because remember I had blonde hair like a couple
Yes.
years ago, and for that it took me like months and months to get the black out and turn it to blonde. So
Yeah.
for what was I made for? No, that is a wig. I did
That is
not
a wig.
go blonde for that. That was I might be bald now.
So, what was I made for? I mean, it's taken off for obvious reasons. Every time I hear it, I like get very emotional. I feel like I'm never going to get sick of it. It's absolutely beautiful. When you got the call to do that song, what was that moment like? It's a big deal. It was a for.
Yeah, it was a big deal. I mean, man, it just was so honestly, it was so unrealistic at first. I was kind of like I was just
Huh?
like I was like, "Yo, really?" Like, "Oh, wow." I mean, yeah, it was
Yeah.
one of those like okay, yeah, hell yeah. Like of course, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Did you
Um,
play with Barbies as a kid? Were you a girl that liked Barbies?
who wasn't?
I don't know. I
Who
feel like there's
wasn't?
got to be some people.
I mean, I guess. No, yeah. I had all the Barbies. I had
Yeah.
all of them. I was yeah, I was making them do nasty stuff with each
So was I. So was I.
For the video, did you decide to direct that on your own, or did somebody say, "Hey, this is a good idea for you. You should give it a try"? And the concept, did you come up with that yourself, or where'd it come from?
it was my idea. It was like a very I don't know, it was a cool process coming up with that idea. I had the like image of it in my head kind of since the beginning. I knew that it was like I had that like kind of sage green backdrop, me 45-degree angle, yellow dress, blonde ponytail, desk. And that's all I had at first. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I know that that image is like the video.
Mhm.
I just didn't know what I was gonna. It's bright as hell over here.
It is. Time to
I
wake up.
I know. I didn't know what I was gonna be doing at the desk or anything, and so I kind of just like sat down with my friends and like my team, and I was like, what the hell am I like? What are we doing at the desk?
Mm.
And it was just like a very collaborative. Like I was like, I want to be doing something. I want it to be important. I want it to feel, I want it to
Yeah.
be touching and whatever. And I don't know. I think my mom came up with like uh it being like old clothes or something.
Mm.
And I remember just being like, ooh. And then like my friend Chelsea was like, what if it was like what if it was like doll sized? And then we were just like looking at all of I don't know, it was very exciting. It was really cool. And then I kind of like storyboarded like all of the shots and how all of it moves and like what like it's like very I don't know, camera work is very musical to me, and so
Yeah.
it's very important that everything happens like to the music. And so I stood in my yard and I had my mom pretend to be me, and I like did exactly what I wanted the camera to do at the exact like right moments. And I feel really, really proud of how that video turned out. It was such an amazing
It
experience.
was.
It
I
sounds
mean,
like you have a real knack for directing.
seriously, would you maybe ever direct a movie or somebody else's videos? Is that something you could see yourself doing that in the future?
Sure. I mean, it would just be an honor for me. So I'm not like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I'm just like, hell yeah, that would be a dream for sure.
So that was like you, right? So like you directed that, but oh, hi, Pop. So you did that, but obviously you work with your brother a ton. You work with Phineas a lot. What is your process working together? Because I know you're so close, but I feel like I would have trouble working with a sibling. I mean, do you guys like you go at it ever if you don't agree on the way something should sound?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of bickering sometimes, but honestly it's funny. We were actually I was watching the footage that we have of the making of What Was I Made For, because we filmed the entire writing process, which is like kind of unusual for us. But in making this new album, we've been just filming everything we've been making, and it's really amazing, like to just have the candid footage of how things are made. Because you kind of forget, like I feel like I forget it. Like I write something and then I don't remember what happened or how it went. And then if you watch it back, you're like, oh, that's how we came up with that. And that's where that idea came from. And I was watching these videos and I was sitting there and, I was with a friend of mine and she was like, dude, it is so insane that you are siblings, that you work together
Yeah.
like this, and that you can be like this professional and this collaborative and this like, respectful of each other and have such a good like dynamic and your siblings. And it really made me think like, wow, that's really lucky. Like
I mean,
we
I'd
are.
be wrestling my sister to the ground. Like it would never work. It would never work
Yeah.
out.
No, 100%. And also like I would probably say that like I'd probably be doing the same if
Yeah.
I hadn't been doing this for so long. Like if we had never been doing this and you asked me today, having never done that before, like if I wanted to work with my brother, and I'd be like, no.
No.
Well, you like your lives have obviously changed since you started collaborating together. So what's the one way your process has changed? Like obviously the collaborative process has had to have changed since then. What's the biggest change you've noticed?
Ooh. I think that honestly the biggest change I've noticed is um I I don't hate it anymore. I hate it. Oh my God. I used to just like yeah. I just was like, I would rather have done anything else than be writing a song. And
Mhm.
I don't hate it anymore. I actually enjoy it and I'm much better. I think that another big change is that I'm I'm much better now. I'm
Yeah.
actually like I'm writing a lot more,
Yeah.
than I ever did before, which is really cool.
How
Yeah.
does
I
it
mean,
feel that people are speculating about this is what I was made for an Oscar?
I mean,
What
I
I was made,
can't.
yeah, for an Oscar
I
again.
cannot.
I mean, I cannot either. That's just like it's all surreal to me. I mean, it's just like I'm just honored to even be thought of, within that world. It's just amazing.
Yeah. I mean, things obviously have changed from the very beginning of your career. I mean, you're one of the more famous humans on the planet. And, sometimes we've seen like footage of you like being normal, like in economy on an airplane, like just doing regular, normal people things like us. Is there anything that you can still do and feel semi-normal that you're like, wow, I can't believe I got away with that?
Yeah, I'm finding more things. Like I don't know, I kind of had a realization recently where I was like, damn, I like haven't existed in the world for like 6 years.
Mm.
Like I don't know, I feel like I was living a life, like a normal life, like a person's life. And then kind of as soon as I turned like 14, it just like stopped and
Mhm.
it became something else, which rocks and like is amazing and really, incredible that I get to do. But like, I definitely am like, oh, I don't know about so like
Yeah.
I hang out with people who lived all of the like people that are my age and they're like, oh yeah, well you remember this thing and like doing this kind of thing, and I'm just like, no, like I feel like I'm an alien. Like I don't know, sometimes I hang out with people and they're like, yo, you want to do this together, and I'm like, I've never done that, and they're like, what? And so I think a lot of that was just like being afraid of going out and like afraid of people being weird, and I just got really anxious about it because it got really intense, as you can imagine. And I think that for the last many many years I've just been like honestly too afraid to go out or do anything or be seen anywhere because I just didn't know what was going to happen. And there's also some like scary people out there and you never know. So I think I'm coming more out of my shell, and I'm like letting myself like try to have fun and like see the kind of things that I can do, because I think that a lot of it's been false. I think for like many years I've been like, oh, I wouldn't be able to do that. And I think that I think I'm gonna try to figure out how to just do things I want to do and
course.
not that, ruin my life.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Well, Billie, it's so awesome to talk to you. Before you go, though,
Yes.
every person who stops leaves a question for the next guest. It's time for
Ooh.
yours. It comes from Tate McRae, and she wants to know, what is your death row meal?
My death row meal.
How great is that
Your
question?
final meal.
Ever.
Tate. Well, whoa. Ever? Like Thanksgiving.
Okay, I like that. I like
Turkey.
that.
Like Thanksgiving, no, because I'm vegan.
No, she's vegan.
Oh,
We're
Get a
rocking.
chick-
We're rocking mashed potatoes and gravy.
You're rocking all the sides.
We're rocking mom rolls, dinner rolls made by my mother. Oh my god, yeah, that's my meal.
love it.
Perfection.
Thank you so much for coming
Thank
on
you.
and saying hi.
You're killing
Yeah.
it, girl. We love the song and we love you, and we're so excited for you.
Thanks, guys. Nice to talk to you again.
You too,
See you
love.
later.